Ready, go. Dan Ryder, probable cause. Hampton, Georgia, my home airport, KHMP. Ride along video number 6. This one is multi-engine and it's unusual. It's going to be bloody and you're not going to believe what's in here. I don't recommend doing what I'm about to go do. I'm going to show it to you. I happen to have access to a twin Comanche that I've been flying for the last 3 or 4 days. Everything's good. I've already shut down the engines, both of them, restarted them in flight. I've already done all the testing on this airplane. Now it's lightly loaded, the weather conditions are perfect, and I have a subject available to go make a test flight on this thing. I'm going to yank an engine on takeoff on this unsuspecting individual. You'll probably recognize him right away, but I'm going to do it. Runway 6, I've already made all the contingencies, all the everything. I am a test pilot. This is what I do. I do not recommend doing what I am about to go do here. The actual textbook procedure on a light twin, if you lose the engine immediately after you've rotated and the gear is still down, close both throttles and land straight ahead. In this particular case, I want to try to show you, I hope, that this unknowing, unsuspecting 24-year-old can follow the instructions even immediately after liftoff. I'm going to chop a mixture. He's going to do engine failure, gear up, identify, verify, feather. I hope. Let's go straight ahead. I'm going to watch him like a hawk. I'm going to be very careful to make sure everything happens like it's supposed to. This airplane will definitely do it. No doubt about it. If it doesn't, I've got plan B, plan C, and plan D in place. We make single engine takeoffs on runway 6 all the time. So this, if something does go wrong, this will be just a single engine, as if it was a single engine airplane and something else went wrong. We had to land off field, which is okay. I don't predict that's probably going to happen. I think we're going to be just fine. Let me read you my disclaimer. I want to make sure that you know, you multi-engine guys, don't see this video and go out and try to do what I'm about to do. Don't do it. I'm going to read this disclaimer. I'm going to put it on the screen here. Here's where it says, warning, this video was created for multi-engine training and education purposes only. This scene that you are about to see was created by a highly experienced professional instructor test pilot under very specific, briefed, controlled conditions, with specific alternate plans in place should they become necessary. Any attempt to replicate this AQP scenario could lead to serious injury or death. Use this video only to be better prepared for yourself. Warning, do not attempt to replicate this. Let me make that clear. Don't go out and try this. What I'm about to do, the only reason it's going to work is because I can do it, and I can tell you I'm going to do it. I'm going to show it to you. It's going to make a great video. Engine failure, gear up, identify, verify, feather. Let's take a look at the speeds on the multi-engine. I'm going to show you the airspeed indicator here. Keep in mind that red line and blue line are multi-engine things. The red line that you're seeing here on the airspeed indicator, that's VMC. The blue line is VYSC. Guess what? VSO and VS1 are such that if you do the math on here, VMC comes out to be VREF and VYSC comes out to be DMMS. So on this airplane, see the airspeed indicator here? You actually have these lines here, which are the exact same thing. And I'll go ahead and point out at this time, multi-engine airplanes did not used to have these radials on here. They added the red radial and the blue radial to remind pilots so that they didn't have to remember the number. It's the same concept in DMMS for your single engine airplanes. Put a placard on there because you can't remember the number. You only got 2 that you really need. DMMS for your single engine guys in the traffic pattern. Don't bust DMMS until you're on final, and then you're a VREF airplane. Stabilized approach, VREF. In the multi-engine world, this blue line is VYSC, but it's also a DMMS. And guess what? The multi-engine guys traditionally don't bust blue line until they're very short final. They're very careful to honor blue line. And what they're actually doing is honoring defined minimum maneuvering speed. If you do the math on this thing, it works out perfect. 1.404 times the bottom of the green is the same thing as DMMS. 1.3 times the bottom of the white is VREF, and it works out perfect. Now, a couple other points here real quick on this thing. All checklists are previously done on this thing. I've already got all the checklists complete, and the mantra that you're gonna hear me on this thing is go straight ahead. Don't talk on the radio. Fly the blue line. When your engine fails, don't talk on the radio. Also, the gear on this thing, most of these airplanes are electric gear. I'm kind of disappointed in AOPA put out this video talking about how slow the gear is going to operate if you lose an engine on one of these twins. This is referencing the Cessna 310 out in New Mexico that lost an engine and put the gear up, and McSpadden said that the gear goes up slow. Not true. Goes up normal rate even if you lose an engine. That airplane out there, I'm going to let you listen to the tape. First of all, here's McSpadden explaining the gear on the 310.
The gear on a 310 is electric. So depending on where the engine quit on departure, it would have taken a while for the gear to retract, and all that time, that's extensive drag on the airplane before it cleans up and the pilot can get to that single engine climb performance that he's expecting.
Second, let's listen to the 310 pilot out there. He loses an engine and he wants to talk to ATC. Let's listen to this.
Flight 1 Charlie's got an engine failure. And say again? Flight 1 Charlie's got an engine failure. Flight 1 Charlie, roger, you make the left turn to runway 33. Roger, Flight 1 Charlie.
I'll tell you straight up, put the gear up, fly the blue line, go straight ahead, don't even think about turning. Do not turn, do not turn. You turn left or right based on whichever engine failed. I want you to show, I'm going to have Dylan come to his own decision on which way to turn based on his briefing. He doesn't know what's about to happen. I hope he makes a correct decision on which way to turn after he gets up to a safe altitude, levels off, and everything's good. Then he can turn either left or right. And when you do, he's going to have to turn it very carefully to eke us back to the traffic pattern. We'll only consider returning after we're at 1,000 feet. Everything's good and we're on our way back. Let's get out to the airplane. Here it comes.
Speedway traffic, helicopter 34 Lima, 1 mile final, runway 6, speedway traffic.
I got him set. Got him inside.
Yeah,
Okay, we
1
can,
mile final.
all right, good. We can also go to this screen here and look and see. There's the traffic coming in right there. He's 400 feet above us. All right, so while he's coming in, let's review what we're about to do. This is your first multi-engine takeoff. So your left seat, you'll be pilot flying unless you hear me say the magic words, which is I got it.
Yep.
If I don't say I got it, you keep on flying, okay?
All right.
So after takeoff, you have blue line and red line right here,
Yep.
which you know as DMMS and VREF, but they're the exact same numbers in a twin. The blue line becomes your DMMS, the red line becomes your VREF. If you lose an engine, you're going to, for sure, fly DMS. All right, there goes your traffic.
Okay.
Coming in.
Can't say I'm not nervous, but should be okay.
I think you're fine. Okay, release your brakes, let it roll.
I'm now allowed to lose an engine on takeoff, your first multi-engine takeoff.
You're all right. Just let it roll, make an announcement. You're taking runway 6.
Speedway traffic, 3398, you taking runway 6, speedway.
Hot items, mixers are good. Fuel pump's on. Landing lights are on. All your gauges are good. Final's clear. Before takeoff, check with
Speedway
Speedway.
traffic, helicopter 34 Lima is clear the runway at Alpha 3, speedway traffic.
All right, line it up right down the middle. Now hands on the throttles. There you go. Very smoothly. Let off the brakes, let it roll. And you're going to go forward on the yoke a little bit. Bring some power in. If you lose an engine, it's going to be engine failure, gear up, identify, verify, feather. Okay? That's all it is. Bring some power in. More power. All right. Forward on the yoke. There you go. Full power. All the way. All the way. All the way. There you go. Hold her steady.
Rotation speed.
All right. Rotate. Come on up.
Red blue line. Engine failure, gear up.
Identify. Verify. Feather.
Red blue line. Engine failure, gear up.
Identify. Verify. Feather. Now keep it climbing. Line. Keep it climbing. Keep it climbing. Keep it climbing. Nose down. Keep it climbing. A little left. Raise to dead. We're just going to go straight ahead. All right? Straight ahead. Straight ahead. You're good. We're not doing a thing. We're runway heading. We're going straight ahead. Nose down, we're going to get a little more speed here. Just a little more speed. Just go straight ahead. All right. All right, you got blue line plus a little bit, that's fine. You're going to stay runway heading. Okay. You're 600 feet climbing. Now, which way are you going to make a turn? We're going to turn to the left. And why is that? Because we've already got drag on the right and thrust on the left. So if we go right, we might roll it. Right, well, that's our dead engine. So, right, it's creating a lot of drag out there. It's got a lot of drag out there. We're going to go straight ahead. We're just now 700 feet AGL. Keep your blue line. Keep going. You're good. Keep climbing. Keep climbing. There's the blue line plus a little bit. We're not doing a thing until we get to 1,000 feet. You're runway heading until we see the Atlantic Ocean if we need to. Okay? Climbing, you're doing good. It's your first multi-engine takeoff and it went very badly for you. You lost an engine on takeoff. Keep it right on blue line. You're good. This is what I dreamed a multi-engine would feel like. It's what? It's not what I dreamed flying a multi-engine airplane would feel like. Well, normally it's a little more normal, but okay, keep on climbing. You got another 100 feet to go.
Speedway traffic, climbing up to 20347, single Blackhawk, 9 miles west of the field and down to landing Speedway.
Okay, now level off. We're going to get a little bit of speed here, and I'm going to bring you back to 2525. Now just hold altitude. Nose down a little bit. See how some of the differential on your feet went away? Yeah. Now, a nice, easy left-hand turn. You're well above blue line. You're well above 1,000 feet. Nice, easy left-hand turn. You're an emergency aircraft here. So just do everything nice and easy. You're raising the dead engine. Yep. There you go. How's it feel now? It feels a lot better. It's a good thing you've been doing those leg presses. Yeah, that left quad is getting a workout over here.
Atlanta Speedway, 91 Whiskey Alpha, about 5 miles to the southwest, going to meet Aaron downwind for runway 6.
Okay, hold on to your altitude. You can go down just a little bit. And I'm going to set you up for the left downwind. See the runway out there?
I do, yep.
Look how far away from the airport that we went. We didn't do anything except fly the airplane. Put the gear up, fly the plane straight ahead, climb straight away on DLMS, which in our multi is blue line. Yep. All right, now you got a little bit of time. I'm going to run your checklist for you, and you can tell them that you're going to be a left downwind for runway 6, and you can tell them that you're going to be a priority airplane on runway 6. Let them know that currently you're 3 miles east, inbound, and you're going to be left traffic for runway 6, full stop on 6.
Okay, do I tell them it's an engine failure?
Yeah, just tell them you've got an engine failure. Simulated, just say the word simulated engine failure.
Okay.
So they know it's a training flight.
Okay. Speedway traffic, 339 Yankee, 3 miles to the east. Simulated engine failure can be left downwind for runway 6. Priority landing for runway 6 Speedway.
Speedway traffic to Blackhawk 3475 mile left base, runway 6, Speedway.
Okay, he's a 5-mile left base.
Did you say 5 mile?
He said 5-mile left base for 6.
Hey, Blackhawk at Speedway, how far out are you on that base?
Say again.
How far out are you on that base leg?
We're currently about 3.5 miles.
Okay, we're left downwind now for runway 6 at Speedway.
Hey, we're looking for you.
Tell him we'd like to go in front of him if it works out, if he can give us just a half a mile.
Traffic clear 401, limit Juliet, 20 miles to the north, inbound, runway 6, Speedway.
There you go.
Yeah, inbound, you got the Blackhawk on the left base, and you got an aircraft in the left downwind for runway 6, Speedway.
Speedway traffic 339 Yankee, left downwind for runway 6. We'd like to go ahead of the Blackhawk in the left base if possible. We'll be looking for you.
And 347 will stay off to the north side of the field until you get in.
Tell him we're on the north side of the field.
We're on the north side to the left downwind.
And we're down at 7 at PDGL.
Okay. All right, see where you're at here?
Currently here 1 to 2 o'clock.
Okay. All right, tell him we're about...
Okay, I got you inside, thanks.
You see him?
Yep. He's off the right past the propeller.
Okay.
2 miles that way.
Okay, good. All right. So you're on the downwind.
Speedway 91 Whiskey Alpha, entering downwind, right pattern for runway 6.
Okay. Put your gear down very carefully.
All right.
Nose up a little bit. Gear down.
Gear down.
Okay. Get your hand off of it. And now we're going to confirm that you got a green light.
Green light.
And you do. There you go. Now turn left. We don't want to get very far away from the airport now.
Okay.
You're still raising the dead out here. Keep your speed. Put your hand on the throttle there. Add a little bit of throttle if you need to. We're at 0 flap here until we absolutely have to add flap.
Okay.
Now you calm, tell me your left base, full stop.
Traffic clear 401, limit Juliet, 10 north, inbound, runway 6, Speedway.
Speedway traffic 339 Yankee on left base runway 6, full stop Speedway.
All right, final gear check is good.
Gear check's good.
I'm going to take care of all the rest of your before landing stuff here. Before landing check is complete. There's your PAPIs, your white over white, which is okay. Now ease a little bit of power back. Ease some power back.
Speedway 91 Whiskey Alpha, turning base, runway 6.
There you go. Ease a little bit of power back. You're good. Keep a little bit of power in. Come on to the right. Don't let this thing get slow. Add some power. Add some power. Add some power. Add some power.
Speedway traffic, Blackhawk 347 is 1 mile left.
Here's
base.
full flaps.
Speedway.
Ease some power back. And match the throttles up. Close both throttles now. Close them both. Final gear check is good. Close them both. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Close them both all the way. There you go. There you go. You're back to a normal airplane. Now add a little bit of brake. Let it roll. Just let it roll.
Speedway traffic clear 401, limit Juliet, 7 miles to the northwest, can be set up for left base, runway 6, Speedway.
There you go. Let it roll. We're going to carry some momentum. I want you on the white line.
Speedway 91 Whiskey Alpha, turning final, runway 16 from the right.
Okay. Now Get on the brakes, nice and easy. I want you on this yellow line.
If I said 16, sorry.
No worries.
Okay. Come on to the right, carry a little bit of speed because you only got one engine running here. There you go. You want to be on the yellow line. Keep on going. There you go. Now normally you would stop and do an after landing, but we're going to keep on rolling because we only got one motor running. We can only make right-hand turns here, so give it a little bit to the right. There you go. That's good. Now bring it up to a stop right here is fine. There you go.
Traffic clear 401, Lima Juliet, on about a 5-mile left base, runway 6, speedway.
7350 Golf is 5 miles to the south.
Okay, so that's your very first.
401, Lima Juliet, on about a 4.5 mile left base, runway 6, speedway.
You can tell him you're clear of the active. I think he knows that, but go ahead and say it.
That should be a short final. I don't want to.
Huh?
I don't want to make a call while somebody's on short final right here.
Okay. That's your very first multi-engine takeoff, and you lost an engine immediately after takeoff. What's the procedure that we did?
Gear up.
Engine failure. We announced it.
Yeah, engine failure. Gear up. Identify, verify, feather.
Right. And once you feathered it, did you feel the drag go away?
Yeah.
I mean, it smoothed out a lot. And at that point, all you have to do to not be a VMC rollover is just lower the nose and fly blue line. How much were we climbing at that point?
Maybe 100 feet a minute.
100, 200 feet initially.
Yep.
And then we got some momentum, we got some speed. How far out away from the airport do you think we flew?
10 miles.
It wasn't quite 10, probably 5.
Okay.
Probably flew 5 miles away. We got up to 1,000 feet, and then I pulled the power back on the good engine. I pulled it back to 25, which is a big reduction. What did your leg press thigh muscle feel once we leveled off and got some speed and I pulled some power back? What did that feel like?
There was less pressure on the left rudder.
Exactly. So the AQP maneuver VMC rollover happens because somebody loses an engine on takeoff and they raise the nose and never raise the gear and they go well below blue line. This airplane wants to turn into the dead engine, and once you're trying to fix everything via aileron, it just rolls right over and you hit the ground inverted. If you lower the nose, fly straight ahead, really all you have to do is put the gear up, lower the nose, and go straight ahead. Don't even think about turning. Look how far away from the airport we went. Don't think about turning around. We may turn around, we may not. But in a multi, you can get up to 1,000 feet just like we did, and then sort it out, and then think about coming back. But notice how carefully we came back. We raised the dead engine. Our right engine was dead, so we made a nice, easy left-hand turn. We entered the traffic pattern at 1,000 feet, and then we waited, and we worked it out with traffic. We let them know, hey, we got an engine out here. We're coming in. We're going to be left downwind, and we're going ahead of you, and when we worked all that out. So, very good. Any questions?
No, it went better than I thought it would.
We're alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing multi-engine stuff like this for almost 40 years. So, I mean, this is multi-engine training, and the main thing on the VMC rollover is that people aren't ready for this, and this is the scenario that life is going to give you. It's going to give you an engine failure right after you rotate. You're either ready or you're not. If you're totally ready and practice for this thing, it's not a big deal.
Right.
You, 24 years old, never been in a multi. Well, you've been in multis before, but you've never done anything like this. You handled it just fine. You put in opposite rudder, you flew straight ahead. It's not that big of a deal if you're ready.
Right.
That's all it is. All right, very good. You ready? Let's go eat lunch.
Yeah, let's do it. Appreciate it.
So the procedures for the 310 would be important here for the pilot to have down cold and in memory. And that is, as soon as he experienced the engine failure, to recognize the situation, to verify it, and then to act accordingly with a checklist.
Are you ready? So that was the main question here. Dylan was not totally ready, but with a little bit of very simple briefing and coaching, this was his very first multi-engine takeoff. I think he did a fine job. I don't want you to go out and replicate what I did to Dylan, but the airplane will do it. You need to be able to think about what to do here. Don't think about jamming everything forward and putting the flaps up. This is an engine failure after liftoff. Guess what? Everything's already forward. The flaps are already in the takeoff position. All you have to do is raise the gear, identify, verify, feather, fly the speed, go straight ahead, and don't even think about turning until you get everything squared away. I'd like to ask your support on these. $1 or $2 towards these AQP ride-along videos helps me out a lot. And these take a lot of time and trouble and risk to go ahead and produce for your educational benefit. Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. $1 or $2 helps me out a lot, and I'll keep on going on that. I got to get out here. I'll get this thing up and on the air. This is AQP number 6. It's in the folder for on my YouTube channel under playlist. You can see the AQP ride-along videos all categorized in there nice and neat. For my tiny little itty-bitty fledgling YouTube channel, Dan Grider, Probable Cause.